Yes, indeed, it is a bit foggy today. So no parking for the glass beach for RVs, but there's no signs on the street that says I can't, so I'm parking there. Well, we ended up turning around. A few of the locals said don't even bother, all the glass is pretty much gone. They had to do a cleanup because there were spark plugs and all kinds of garbage in there, and they just took dump trucks and hauled it all off. So whether that's accurate or not, I'm not sure, but it was awfully foggy anyway. So yeah, I was just looking it up. TripAdvisor saying there's not really much glass left at Glass Beach. You really have to look to find it. So that kind of sucks. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little confused because I had seen some videos about Glass Beach just a few months ago, and apparently they must have been very, very old videos, and I didn't look at the date because that post was saying it's been gone since 2010. Okay, we're moving on. So we're right here at Point Arena, I think is what it's called, and this was the Lighthouse Point Resort. We just ate at the little restaurant. I guess there is a lighthouse like 2.5 miles away. We're gonna go check that out. So it's $8 a person to get to the lighthouse, and we just wanted to get a little closer to see it, but that's as close you can get without entering in the gates, so we're gonna get back on the road. The air's got an odd smell. I don't think this has been fog we've been driving through. It doesn't look like fog.
Looks like smoke.
Like smoke. I mean,
there has been fires, so.
So I am wondering if this is smoke that's residual from the forest fires or something, because it's been looming all day.
Yeah.
Now that the fog has gone away, I think there was fog, but I think what's left is smoke. We are in Humboldt County, is that it?
I think we're past Humboldt County now.
Oh. So we are getting closer to where the fires were at.
Mm-hmm.
Pacific 1 is now open all the way through, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so last week they didn't have any power here.
This here conversation, and I suggest you just shut your mouth and say, yes, ma'am. Because we're driving down to PCH now, boy. Woo!
Once again, another example of how these kind of steps are a total pain in the butt. On a normal camper, you would just leave your stairs in and just step right in. But you can't do that with this. You have to have these things sticking out all sideways and in the way. So they're just in the way and a pain and stupid. And the reason this is a problem is you can't shut the door when the steps are like this. they're up too high, the door won't shut. So they literally are completely in the way. All right, we're at the, what is this called? The Vista Point?
Yeah,
Vista?
it's the northbound rest area right after the Golden Gate Bridge. Northbound.
Yeah, if you're heading northbound on the Golden Gate Bridge, it's right after you get off the Golden Gate Bridge.
And it's the Golden Gate Vista Point.
The Golden Gate Vista Point. It is a free rest area. When you go around the back, you'll see areas for RV parking and bus parking, but it was full. On the front, there's also an area that potentially looks like the same as the back, but it's for car parking, where you park against a curb.
But they have them marked off for like one car,
But they have it marked
two
off
cars,
for cars.
three cars.
I didn't see any sign that said no RVs here, so I parked there. Otherwise, there's plenty of car parking spaces. That's not an issue. If you got a camper van or something like that, there's plenty of places. Some of the reviews said they saw a vehicle get broken into, like in broad daylight, stuff like that. So I have put my little Rio Link up on top, and it's aiming right at my car. I'm going to get that set up. Hopefully I have enough internet to make that work, so that our car will be being recorded. I have to bring the steps in, which I would anyway. Not a big deal, but as you saw, you have to leave the door open just to bring stuff in and out of the camper. So if you have pets, Robin had to stand there and watch the dogs to make sure they didn't get out of the camper, because I couldn't shut the camper door because the steps were in the way.
More complaints about the steps.
I loathe these steps. These steps are stupid. You know, when you buy this, you don't think of all these little things. In hindsight, now that I'm actually doing this, these steps are the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, we are going to get situated for the night. And this is another wonderful feature of the steps, is you can't get into your refrigerator if you have to have the steps inside the camper, and you can't put the steps outside the camper because you can't shut the door, so you can't get into the refrigerator. It's just such a wonderful design. We'll see you tomorrow here at the Golden Gate Bridge.
See you tomorrow.